Good morning, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Surgery is tomorrow. I was approved for a hotel in Portland through my flex funds. So we're way up, still north, the suburban complex, trying to get things on it going. And the motor coach, we needed to get into it and figure it out. So we stayed at a casino. That was a terrible story. We checked in and it was no problem. And then we got dinner because we couldn't drive anymore. Just couldn't drive anymore. So we had split a sandwich at the casino. It was delicious. And not cheap, but delicious and very fair sized. So that's great. But we've had a lot of things happen over the last week. Holy crap. Somebody pulled a club on Brian in a parking lot for me sitting on the phone and doing a telehealth call and taking up too many parking spots for too long. Madness. So that was when we were broken down, stranded, just after Seattle on the way up. So then we get here, we get up here, we get the motor coach, everything. I've been having buyer's remorse, anxiety about it, but then I fell back in love with it again yesterday because all my stuff fit in it, and I realized it does not have any leaks. It's super clean. Brian thought he saw a bug. It freaked us out, but it doesn't have bugs. It just was trying to get in it. Anyway, it's gonna be, I'll make a little video. You can't really see. It's not spotless, of course. It's in transition, you guys. And I just got out of the bed. But it's actually, it's pretty cozy. I got an amazing window that I'm sitting next to. The rain just started. I heard it. Heard it with my own 2 ears. I done heard it. So anyway, it's going to be awesome. All the windows work. There's screens in all the windows. All the drapes work. All the blinds work. And there's new mini blinds to replace them. And new windshield wipers in there and stuff. So anyway, I'm falling back in love with it. It's a lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be. We got a bike rack for our bikes so that we can put it on the back and have access to them. That's been a restricting thing, is not having access to the bikes. So we did that, and well, yesterday a young man pulls up in security and he says, "You need to leave our property immediately. You're not up to our standards." What are you talking about? What? So he didn't see the temporary tag. He didn't know that we had insurance. I guess because it wasn't posted in the window like everybody else in the world does with their insurance card. It's legal. We'd already been inspected. We'd already been checked in by his manager the day before. So I asked him, I said, "So did you decide that we're not up to your standards, or is somebody sent you and complained?" Because he was a very young man, in his early 20s, I would say. And I'm not real quick to throw judgment, cast opinion. I mean, I do mentally a little bit. We all do. I'm a human being. But this entitlement and judgment of this young man was oozing all down his face. I said, "I don't understand your problem. Show me what's wrong." Anyway, who sent you? What's the problem? Where did this come from? He said, "I decided." I said, "You decided?" And Brian said, "Well, your manager," or he said, "We already had somebody inspect our vehicle and check us in." He said, "Well, let me see the signature." So Brian showed it to him. Turns out it's his boss. His boss approved us. So then he took a little step back. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. And we showed him our information and our license plates. And he was being a real booger. And I said, "Do me a favor. Would you call a manager?" I have never. That's not me. I am not a yo manager kind of lady. Little boy, go get your manager. This is how I'm feeling right now. Okay. Oh, he dropped some other kind things down, like your kind, the way you people are. Oh, he was a joy in a lot of ways. So his manager came over, assessed the situation. Oh, and I had said, look, we ate your food. We've spent money at your casino. We paid the bribe. What's the problem? He told his manager that we said we bribed someone to approve us. None of that's true. I cleared that right up. And his manager was an intelligent man who completely understood the English language and the way people converse and have conversations, and said, I apologize. This young man will not bother you again. Please enjoy our property. Please forgive us. We are sorry. You are welcome. You are our guest. Cool. Well, we were going to go get another one of those yummy, yummy chicken sandwiches. We were both like, I'm not going back in there. So we went and we got a barbecue sandwich across the road. Delicious. Dickie's Barbecue. Highly recommend it. So, we come back, and then the manager shows up, knock on the door. We just want to let you know that we apologize. We were dealing with that young man. You may please stay for 3 days. You do not need to come inside and spend any money. We are just honored to have you as a guest for the time that you spent here. And he smelled some dumb stuff in the air and just put it down. And he was a good man, and I appreciated it. And it made a difference. And we, for dinner, split one of those yummy chicken sandwiches. So it worked out to where I wasn't angry online on Google making scathing reviews. I was mad. I was offended. And then I asked the manager, what if I was homeless, destitute, broke down? Wouldn't you use compassion and empathy for the fact that I had to leave? Why would you roll up on me so hard and ugly and demeaning? Why would it have to be so rude? So I just didn't understand if that was the situation and I was an illegal vehicle and I was a squatter. Sorry for existing. It's a casino. They got to do their thing. It's private property. I get it. No problem. But why wouldn't you be nice about it? Why would you enjoy the power play of oppression so much? And I asked his manager that question, and he said, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. And I said, I don't think there is a good one. So that was that part of the story. So now we got to get down to Portland. Flex Funds approved a hotel room for 2 days. But the Suburban is rough. It's hard to drive. It needs a lot of love. And I don't know how I'm going to drive it or the motor coach home to Seaside after the surgery. So a little nervous. We'll figure it out. I can't think of anything else. Somebody said something to me, or actually it said something to Brian yesterday. I think it was intentional to get in my head, but I'm not sure. But they were telling me about a time that their spouse had a port put in and how terribly, awfully wrong it went, and how painful it was, and how it was this big thing to overcome. And I can't get it out of my head. That's all I've thought of since. I think that was the point. But it's literally the only thing that I've been able to think of. And so I'm terrified. I've been having really bad panic attacks and anxiety attacks for 3 days now on the pretty regs. And I'm stressed. Well, Mr. Brian just went and got us biscuit from McDonald's and a coffee because we're not quite dialed in to use everything. Actually, we could have, but we lost our coffee that Debbie gave us somehow, and we can't find our little adapter. Anyway, McCafe. I think they use Kona coffee, and it's $1 a cup, any size, so you really can't beat that. So that's the morning update. Stress and anxiety. I don't know why that person needed me to know that story. They don't watch this YouTube channel, so it doesn't matter. But they know who they are. And I wish it hadn't happened. So now I've got that in my head. Because it wasn't scary and hard enough. But so I've been made sure to understand that this could really go wrong. It's going to be super painful. And everything's going to be hard. So I'm excited. Appointment setter's remorse set in officially. And buyer's remorse left the building. And I fell back in love with my house. We could check in on how much we love the house after we've driven it across the state and estimate our gas mileage. We may be spending a lot of time in Seaside and Long Beach. At, I don't know how many miles to the gallon. But we have e-bikes, and the weather's coming, and I think that'll make the difference. But I love you guys. I just said but too many times. But. And I'm going to support this commercial. Look. Afe. Afe. I'm going to drink my Afe. I love you guys. More later. Bye. Okay. It's warming up. We're going to go to Les Schwab and get the tires checked. And we haven't gone nearly far enough south. And we're going to continue to head south. Check in at the hotel in Portland is 4 p.m. We really needed to go to Seaside first and drop off our vehicle so that I don't have to drive after her surgery, but we're overcoming those things. We'll figure it out.